Good afternoon. Welcome to Mr. and Mrs. C's Homestead. This is Mr. C doing a little cooking tonight. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. We're going to be doing a potato soup tonight. So it's not a big meal, something kind of light, and we like that every once in a while. So we're going to start off with about 6 slices of bacon. We got diced up. We're going to put that in the oil and get it start cooking. We're going to put in about 4 cups of chicken broth, some garlic, half a medium onion diced up, and then potatoes are going to be diced up about a ½ inch to an inch, something like that. And then we'll put in some heavy whipping cream and some butter and onions. Okay. So I'm going to get the bacon going. It's about 6 slices. We'll get that going, and after that's brown, we'll bring you back and we'll do some more video. Okay? All right. Okay, so we got the bacon out of there. We're going to leave the grease in there. Don't take the grease out. We're going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to throw in a medium diced up onion. So like I say, leave that grease. That makes flavor, y'all. If you're up north, you probably don't do that, but we like grease in the South. Alright, so we'll throw that in there. I'm going to cook down this onion and this butter and oil. And then we'll be back in a few minutes. Once the onion is done, we're going to throw in some garlic and some flour, a few other things. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, so we got the onions about where we want them. I'm going to put in a heaping tablespoon of garlic. And we're going to hold that onion until later. We're going to add in a third cup of all-purpose flour. Give that a stir. I don't know if y'all like potato soup, but I like any kind of soup. Chicken noodle, potato, but I like homemade. I don't like that canned stuff. That canned stuff ain't for me. I like everything homegrown or made from scratch is a whole lot better. Is that right, Mr. Brody man? Alright, we want this flour until it's kind of smooth, which we're about there. So we left the bacon grease in, put in 3 tablespoons of butter, throw in the onions, throw in the garlic, and then a third cup all-purpose flour. Now we're going to throw in about 4 cups of chicken broth. Okay, so we got in our chicken broth. Give that a little stir. And we're going to throw in about a teaspoon and a half of chili powder. And about a teaspoon of paprika. Leave that lid on there so I don't fall loop it on me. We'll throw in about a tablespoon and a half of black pepper. And about a teaspoon of salt. Then we'll come back and salt it at the end, you know, so we'll know what we have here, what we're dealing with, right? So, all right. We'll give this a stir. And we're going to go in with the potatoes. I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll put the potatoes in. Then we're going to let this cook down for a little bit. All right. Okay, so we did the bacon, left in the grease, put in the onion and 3 tablespoons of butter, and then teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon and a half of black pepper, teaspoon of salt, and 4 cups of chicken broth. Now I'm going to add in 2 cups of whole milk, and we're going to add in about 1/3 of a cup. I like to use heavy whipping cream, but all I got is half and half, so it'll have to work. We may have to go back and thicken it up just a little bit because we don't have the heavy whipping cream, but if we do, we do. We can make that work. Alright, now we're going to go in and add our potatoes. Mrs. C helped me with that. She diced up 5 potatoes for me. We're going to drop these guys in. Alright, so we're going to get these stirred in there. I'm going to get this back up to a boil, which is going to take a little bit because we added all this broth in. And we'll be back in just a little bit once we bring this up. We're going to bring it up to a boil. I'm going to let it boil for about 10 minutes, and then we'll check the potatoes for tenderness, and we'll go from there. Okay? Alright, so we've let this simmer for around 10 to 15 minutes. And you just want those potatoes where you can just start to mash them with a fork, right? So now that we got them there, we're going to add in about 2/3 cup sour cream. And then we're going to take a little guy here. I don't know if y'all have one of these. If you don't have a, I don't know what you even call these. But if you don't have one of these, you can use just a regular blender. Take about half the soup out. But I'm going to bust up about half of these potatoes in here. And now I'm going to add in about a 1/4 cup of white wine. I'm going to go and add the bacon back in. And then we're going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes. And we should be about done. And we'll go back and check it and see if it needs anything else added to it. So, you know, maybe some more chili powder, something like that, or a little bit of butter. So, this is kind of what it's looking like. With a few little chunks of potatoes left in it. So anyway, we'll see y'all back in about 30 minutes. Okay. All right, so the soup is pretty much done. So we're down to just dipping some. I've never been the neatest, you know. Always seem to make a little bit of a mess. Alright, and I always put a little cheese on mine. You can put whatever you want on it. You can put, reserve some more bacon, that you put in there and sprinkle it on top. A little bit of chive. And that's pretty much it, y'all. And let me know how you like it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back in a few days to do a little something else for you, and hopefully you'll like it. And let me know if you try it in the comments. I appreciate it. Thanks all so much. Have a good day.
Is it wrong? Who makes that decision to stop before it's done? Do you stay or do you go? You've been walking down a path that's been walked on once before, as you're following for